Hello there. Hi, this is Blu-ray Cinema talking on another video of movies we like, and movies of today, tomorrow, and the future, and present and past. Hi there, hi fellow subscribers and new ones. First of all, before we talk about this, because I just watched it, so I'm gonna do my review on this. But first of all, I owe a couple of people out there an apology. So I'm sorry for what I said on my last video. I don't mean to offend anybody or lose subscribers or lose a couple of them, because I tried to make a point and it was just me ranting, making a point. But if I offended anybody, I'm real, very sorry. I didn't mean to offend anybody or any YouTubers or anything of that nature. This is a channel that loves movies and loves to talk about them. So if I offend anybody or any subscribers, or they tune me out, I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. I meant well. I tried to make a point about something, and if I went a little bit too far or offended you out there, I'm sorry. I'm deeply sorry. So this is more like a channel, like a Blu-ray update / channel update, and a review. So from now on, I'm not going to do any negativity, or at least try not to, and hold it to a minimum. But try to make my points in a more positive light than negativity. So I regret some of the things I said, and I do apologize to any YouTuber or any subscriber that I didn't mean to offend, or stuff I said. If that bothered you, I'm sorry. I am. So going forward, channel update. No more negativity. Talk about positive things. Talk about movies and review them, and stuff like that. So more Blu-ray reviews, more 4K reviews. Stuff I love, and stuff I love to talk about. And that's what this channel is going to be about, and more. A couple more unboxings, and probably when I can. If I see a movie at the theaters, I'll let you know how that is, all that good stuff. But first of all, I also like to talk about is Dogma 4K. Now, it was going to be Letterboxd Limited. Why say Letterboxd? I mean Lionsgate Limited, but it's not going to be anymore unless your Steelbook is. But now in December, you're going to have one from Umbrella Entertainment, and then Lionsgate is going to have one for retail, and probably their Rusty Metal things are probably going to be probably going to be limited, but I'm not sure. But what I saw is like there's going to be new features and more features and archival features from old DVDs and Blu-rays too that had Dogma before that are on print. So what I saw there's they're going to have a Kevin Smith introduction. You're going to have a documentary featurette on Dogma. You're going to have the old commentary, the deleted scenes, the special features, stuff like that. So I saw that today. Said, you know what, I got to talk about that. So if you have seen Dogma, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, which I haven't, so I don't know how I feel about the movie right now, but I'm going to at least watch it again and see if I want the 4K or not. Because I like most of Kevin Smith's movies stuff. Some of it I don't, because I kind of matured, and stuff I like, stuff I don't. But seriously, his course movie has got to come out 4K. It does. This is Mallrats is, and I'm trying to think what else. I think Mallrats may be the only one in 4K, but I'm not 100%. I think that's the only one in 4K, because Cop Out is not. Courts is not, and none of the courts are. Chasing Amy isn't. Red State Tusk isn't. The Jay and Silent Bob's, straight back movies aren't. So yeah, so it's like this. The second one on 4K. That's a plus right there. And I know I said about this in my last video of unboxing Princess Bride, so I did watch it. I showed a little bit of it last time, so I'm going to show a little bit more of it. So as I said, it feels like a book, and it does. But I might do bonus cartoon too, just because, but I'm not sure. With this, and you get this, and it feels like a book, but it's also a digibook, and you get the art stuff as well. And then I had to keep this piece of paper here because it comes off the back. But it's got Cary Elwes. I can't pronounce his last name, so who plays Wesley. It's got Chris Sarandon, who plays a prince. It has Robin Wright, her first film as the princess. It's got Fred Savage and Peter Falk, who Fred Savage plays the grandson. So if you've seen Once Upon a Deadpool, which is actually a PG, a cut version of Deadpool 2, Fred Savage is playing the same kind of thing he did in Princess Bride, as somebody having a story to him read in a bed. Peter Falk plays the grandfather who reads him the story, mostly the good parts. And you have Billy Crystal and Carol Kane as Miracle Manson Valley, and you have Christopher Guest as a bad guy with 6 fingers. It has one hand with 6 fingers, and it's got the late great Andre the Giant and Mandy Patinkin as Indigo Montoya, and Scott Walsh-Shawn. So you got all these special features. You got 4K digital restoration. You got surround sound, which is with his Dolby Vision HDR. And the Blu-ray has special features, which it has audio commentary with director Rob Reiner, screenwriter William Goldman, who wrote the book, producer Andrew Scheinman, and actors Billy Crystal and Peter Falk. You have edited bookring of Goldman's novel, The Princess Bride by Rob Reiner, program about Goldman's screenplay, program about Goldman's tapestry based on his novel, interviews with Reiner, Goldman, actors Crystal, Cary Elwes, Christopher Guest, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Fred Savage, and Robin Wright. Interview with art director Richard Holland. Programs about fencing and all about the Princess Bride. That's that video that I filmed there by Elwes, which he filmed during Ernest filming the Princess Bride, which is kind of neat. You don't see video diaries too often on Blu-rays or 4Ks. You really don't. You rarely see those. You more see like work prints or behind the scenes stuff than you see a video diary. So I wish it was a work print, but that's me. But I'll take what I can get. 5 behind the scenes videos with commentaries by Reiner, Scheinman, and Billy Crystal. Deco to trailers and TV spots. English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing. An essay by author Sloane Crosley, and Goldman's introduction to his Princess Bride script from the collection 4 screenplays. And an illustrated book. So they said this is a book right here. I don't know why they call these digipads, digibooks. I have no idea why they do, but they do. It used to be MGM / now 20th Century Fox / now Criterion. I do it for adults and for kids. It's from 1987, 98 minutes, 5.1 surround, 1.1 8.5.1 ratio, widescreen. So you all this illustrated stuff instead. I wish you had photograph. So you get stuff right here, all this yelling stuff at the beginning and the book and stuff about this looks like wallpaper imagery, but But yeah, this may cost. This is get this as you wish, because that's a saying in the movie. So there you go. There's the front I mean, I believe the Blu-ray's like this too, except it's got the Blu-ray thing on top. It's not like a book like this. So this is 4K that feels like a book and is a book. So hope everyone out there does accept my apology. And you know, I meant well. I really did. I meant well. So on that, you know, until next time, I'll see you on the next. Have a great day. And you know what? Hope, you know, I learned something, you know, and on this channel, you know, we can all learn something, even me. So other than that, see you on the next. Have a great day, and this is Blu-ray Cinema saying bye, and I'll see you next time and on another video, maybe about Shout Factory, maybe another Criterion, who knows. Some things aren't planned, and a lot of times that's a good thing. Alright, bye.